Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Metropolitan Room. As a courtesy to our performers today, we ask you to please take a moment to silence your cell phones, and also please refrain from flash photography and text messaging during the program. Thank you, and enjoy the show. And now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage, Bobbie Horowitz.
Boy in Akron, Ohio, who once saw The Wizard of Oz at a theater under the stars. So surprising, mesmerizing, though his mommy said it's only a story. Instinctively he could feel, with its cotton candy appeal, that this was the world that was real. When the curtain goes up on a musical, you're in love from the very first note. There's an anticipation that rattles the air, a tingly sensation in back of your hair. As the overture plays, you lift off your chair with a call. But when the curtain goes up on a great musical show, when the curtain goes up on a musical, you can set all your worries afloat. You forget that old toaster that needs a repair, forget the bad implants they put in your hair, or the payment that's due on your ailing and Claire's HMO. When the curtain goes up on a great new musical show, pass the dream along to the children, let them live in Neverland too. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you our first songwriter of the evening, a man that I was honored to write that song with, Mr. John Meyer.
Good evening all.
As you know, John has written for Eartha Kitt, Margaret Whiting, among the living, Linda Eder, Michael Feinstein, and of course, everybody knows him with Miss Judy Garland. And John wrote a book, Heartbreaker, about his time with Judy Garland, and it's available on Amazon.com. And now he has written a musical, Heartbreaker, and it appeared at the Adirondack Film Festival.
Right, Christine Andreas played Judy.
Right. And do you have any future plans yet for it?
It's going to go off Broadway sometime in the spring.
Do you have your producer?
We have a producer, and we are about to do a series of auditions recently.
Okay, well, if they need any other producers or any money, maybe there's somebody in the house that might be. We know how that works.
Just give us your routing number.
Now, for the first song that we're going to hear by John Meyer. Now, this is a major song, and a man in the audience, Chuck Prentice, he called me. He came all the way up from Florida for this show.
Wow.
And he's got a TV show, Jewish Broadway, on JLTV, which is 120 in New York. And he gave me this, that I didn't know about this. And he said, I'd like to hate myself in the morning was the most important thing in Judy's life. It happened at the last year of her life when she was separated from her children and her family. And this turned into a hit for her. And Craig Russell and the other impersonators of Judy Garland chose that song to sing over all the other songs that were in her or in her repertoire. And to sing it tonight is the woman I wanted to cast in a show of John Meyer's, one of my favorite people, the wonderful Miss Rosemary Loar.
morning. I'd like to, here we go. Let me do this again. I want to get that bump.
Take two.
I want to get that bump. I'd like to hate myself in the morning. Raise a little hell tonight. I've got the urge to carouse and maybe raise a few brows. Cut loose and let all the stops out. Who cares if they call the cops out? I'd like to wake at noon feeling guilty. No wonder if I really did what I did last night. I'd like to hate myself in the morning and raise a little hell tonight. Oh, I'd like to hate myself. Oh, raise a little hell tonight. I'd like some guy who's divine to make me cross the state line. I'd like to drink some raw barley perched on the back of a Harley. I'd like to wake at noon feeling guilty and leave some wrong hotel by dawn's early light. I'd like to lift my lids in the morning and wonder who I kissed and wonder who I missed. I just may hate myself in the morning, but what a dandy time I'll have tonight. What a dandy time I'll have tonight.
Well, I have a loud voice. Can you hear me? I'm from Brooklyn. What do we have to do? And not the shift. Oh, there it is. Okay, got it. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to really, we've got a lot of show for you, so I'm going to have to talk very quickly and use my tongue well. The next song that we are going to hear is sung by one of my favorite new friends in the world, and it was also a very well received song. Andrea Markovici has sung it in recent years, and now we have Miss Stacy Sullivan. Now we're looking at the holidays.
Bobbie to produce my next show. Should pack him in here.
Please stay with me till after the holidays. That's when I need you so. Please say you'll wait till after the holidays. Then I can let you go. Spend this Christmas alone after But try to pretend to lose. Then you can say
I sent out an email that my mascara was gone. Now you know why I sent that email out. Now, this little session, this is the last time we're going to hear of John's for this little period of time. And now we can talk about the show that I produced with John's in London and in Florida. And it got rave reviews and was extended in both runs. And it's the good twin, bad twin motif that the noir movies used to have. So at this point, Laura, the conniving, bitchy sister, steals Nora, the gullible, sweet sister's dress and spends a weekend in a hotel with Nora's first real love relationship, and then tells Nora that she was with him for business to help both of the twins. So Nora goes to the family analyst, Dr. Jaffe. Dr. Jaffe now is one of my other kidnapped children, the wonderful Adam Shapiro.
And I'll just set up with one line. Nora says to the analyst, says it could have happened that way, couldn't it?
You hear, sis? She believes what she hears from her sis. I've been practicing 33 years, and I can't believe my ears. You're not schizophrenic. You're not paranoid. Your systems aren't classic. No patient for Freud. There's some mildly destructive behavior in which you are stuck. You know what you are, Nora. You're a schmuck. When you first came in here, I thought what a shame. She suffers amnesia, can't remember her name. But the problem is more than amnesia, you're just out of luck. It's really quite simple. You're a terrible schmuck. There are cousins whose synapses have become too inbred. But Nora, as for you, you're just a duty head. So listen now, Nora. Break out of your cage. Stop being so passive. Develop some rage. You've got to get out of the muck and the mire, especially the muck. Or else for your lifetime, you're stuck as a schmuck. Can't you see you're being undone by Nora and Spencer? I mean, Nora, you don't have to be a member of Mensa. So listen now, Nora. Start using your brain. This Spencer and Laura, they're pulling your chain. You've got to stop being the sleeping beauty on the sitting duck. Or else on your tombstone, they put, here lies Nora. Ay. What a schmuck!